The Cleveland Browns are on the clock. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. With the next pick, the Raiders are on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a trade. The Los Angeles Chargers now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Texans. With the next selection, the New York Jets. The Houston Texans are now on the clock. Next up, the Jets are on the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. The New York Jets on the clock now.
trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And as we continually grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man? Second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
On 1st and 10, Osborne. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. The first carry now. This is Williams. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Osborne. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Back to throw. Osborne. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting the start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Throwing to start the drive. Parks. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Play action. Parks. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
So a great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round one of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Parks.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue.
It's caught at the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Parks. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
from 3 yards out.
And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we got no shot. You got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
To about the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Osborne. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. From the gun on 3rd down. Osborne.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down. Osborne. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Operating from the gun. Osborne throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Osborne. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it. A field goal try fourth coming out for the Broncos. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Back to throw. Parks. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Off play action. Parks
finding Waddle, crossing the field and bringing it in.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On second down, Cook.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Parks. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. On 3rd down, Parks.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up for the 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Parks. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Parks to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Marquez Callaway
from 4 yards out. as they have taken the lead.